Hi guys, I have some metal leaf out. I have a stamp out. It is from Hip Stamp Hooray. It is the tropical stamp set. If you look really closely at my profile picture, it is of a red hibiscus. It looks like this up close. And I love this piece. And I love the pinch bail that I selected that has the leaf on it as well. I think it gives it just that nice little tropical touch that ties back into the flower. But what I think I want to do is do one that doesn't have the edging. I'm going to put one sheet over here like this. Okay. And I'm going to take a little pink and put it down here next to it. And take this guy, and I'm just going to lay it on here. Take my roller. Very carefully, I'm going to push down, roll towards me, and away. It kind of elongated a little bit right there, but that's okay. Let's see. Well, I got a little bit of red on that one. That's okay. I'm going to divide these two. Now, previous times when I have done this, I have stamped more of these and made smaller little pieces, which you can do. You can continue to take your stamp and come in here next to it and add more and add this whole texture sheet, and maybe I'll do that with the pink one. But in this case, I just want the flower. So I'm going to trim off as much of the excess as I can. I'm going to pick a spot, and I'm going to cut in just a little bit, and I'm going to kind of start trimming around the outline. When I get to spots like this, I just cut in and cut in. Section of the curve right there. And I'm just kind of holding it gently with my finger in place and going up and down rather than pulling through, like so. And then you can always take your blade and kind of tap in any spots. This is going to be the difficult part over here because of the stamen. Almost, just a little tiny bit right there. It's so delicate. Because there's two ways that you can do this. You can cut this all the way off and cut this little part off, and then this piece is by itself, or you can cut it off right here and leave this attached a little bit so it's got just a little bit of support. I really think that that piece needs to come off. I think it'll look better. I'm going to start by just taking little bits. All right, it's free. And gently around this circle right here. Oh no! I did exactly what I was afraid of. Wah, wah. Dang it. And even if I reattach it to itself, that's always going to be a weak point now. And I really don't like that little bit of red right there. So we're going to scrape some of it off. I'm going to try and come back over it with a little bit of pink. There we go. That's better. They're out of the oven. I redid the red hibiscus because I wanted to be able to have one with the stamen. And here's the pink one where I redid it in a different way and rolled it over onto the flower. And I made a couple little earrings too in a different shape. And you can see the imprint of the center of the flower here. And then there's just the little tip of the stamen. So this is what it looks like with resin. Let's see, you can compare the two. What it looks like without resin and with. If there's a spot that you don't like when it comes out, take your blade and just kind of clean it off a little bit. If you were so inclined, you could take one of your cutters. Like this one isn't quite big enough, but this one does measure to the right size. So I rolled out a little bit of the scrap clay. Cut that out. Did I get all the way through? Almost. Easy enough. Take your blade, go along the edges. And then you can take this, if you wanted to give it backing, is basically what I was getting at. If you wanted to see what it looked like on a piece of backing, so that when you hung the necklace, it had a little bit more stability instead of just hanging it. And I rolled this out really thin because I didn't have a lot of scrap clay, just so you could get kind of an idea of what it would look like. And obviously you would want to line it up correctly so that the whole flower is on the back. But that's what it would look like on a square and on a circle, just using the back of this one for an example. It would look something like that. So yeah, they would look really cool on something else as well. And there's nothing that says you can't do this in multiple layers. Put the flower on a square like this and then do a larger circle around it. You know, get one of your bigger cutters out. That guy. If you wanted to have a really substantial piece, that would look really neat too. Especially if you did it in like if you did red, black, and then red, kind of layered your colors, that would look really neat too. So just a couple thoughts, ideas for you that I had as I was taking pictures of these and thinking about maybe how I wanted to finish these pieces. And I'm not really sure yet. I think I'm going to experiment a little bit, but I think I kind of like the idea. See, and here's a piece that has more of the metallic in it. See, that might look kind of cool. If it has a little bit more of the metal leaf in there in a couple different layers. So experiment. We are only limited by our own imaginations. Take it and run with it, friends. Have a glorious day. Talk to you soon.